Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is RADEN GHAZALI and I'm from class CS11084A, and today I'll be presenting about my mobile application presentation. So my app is called Growlgrowth, and right now as you can see on the screen, this is my first screen, which is the login screen. So if you type in a username or password that is not available, it will not log in into the account since you haven't registered an account. So let's say if I want to log in as Azrul and the password is 123, it's not going to log in, and the notifier will say invalid username or password. So firstly, you have to actually click sign up button, and you can register your account here. So enter your username as Azrul, and the password is 123, and confirm your password. Retype your password here, so 123, and click submit. So right now it will bring back you to the login account, and you can type in the username that you have registered, Azrul, and the password is 123. So right now the login is successful, and it will bring you to the home screen, which is, this is my first screen on the home. And as you can see, on the top of the screen there is a symbol. So this is actually the tabs symbol. So if you click on it, it will show you the tabs that are available in this app. So there will be 5 tabs, which is tags, pets, achievements, timeline, and settings. So right now I will not go through each of the tabs yet. Right now I'm going to show you what is available on the home screen. So if you can see, there is a switch, which is called the timer and stopwatch. So if you click on the switch, it will switch between 2 screens, which is timer and stopwatch. So if you switch back to timer, it will switch to the first screen earlier. So I'm going to use stopwatch first because it's more simple. So right now, if you can see on the stopwatch screen, you can click on start and the timer will start counting. So I will click on start. So right now the timer is counting. Let's say if I want to wait until 1 minute, and the digit 0 will be turned into 1. So if you can see on the screen, there is 3 buttons, which is start, pause, and reset button. So I can pause the timer anytime. So let's say if I want to pause at 30 seconds, you just have to click on the pause button. So right now I click, and the timer is paused. So if I want to continue, I'll just click on start, and now the timer is continue. So let's say if I want to wait until 1 minute, and the digit 0 will be turned into 1. Five seconds. Okay, right now the timer has reached 1 minute, and the digit 0 has turned into 1. So let's say if I want to pause and reset the timer, I'll just click on pause and click on reset. So the timer right now has turned into 0 back. So that is all for stopwatch countdown. So I'll click on the switch again, and the screen will be turned into timer home. So if you can see on the screen, there is a sign that says grow your pet today. That is actually a motto for this app. And below the motto, you can see that there is a label that says pet's name. So besides the label, you can actually type in any pet's name that you want. So let's say if I want to type in pet's name as Jack, and below the label you can see there is a slider. So this is actually the slider that we are going to use to set our timer. So let's say if I want to set the timer as 1 minute. So right now the slider has turned the timer into 1 minute. So below the minutes label, there is a tag button. So actually you can click on the tag button, and it will bring you to the tag screen. So let's say if I want to click on the tag screen, and right now we are on the tag screen. So you can actually add any text that you want to create. So let's say if I want to add work, so you type in work and click on add button. So let's add another text, which is study, and add, and rest. Add. So right now there are 3 texts that are created earlier. So let's say if you want to delete any of the text, you just have to click on the tag that you want and click on delete button. So right now the rest button is deleted. So there is an update button, so you can actually update any of the tags that you have created. Let's say if you want to update the study tag, you have to click on the study tag until it turn into pink and type in anything that you want the tag to transform into. So right now, if let's say if I want to update study tag as studying, so after you have done type in the updated version, so you have to click on the update button. So right now the text is updated into studying. So if you can see below the 3 buttons, there is a button that is called use tag. So this is actually where we can use the tag to the home screen earlier. So let's say if I want to use work tag, you have to click on work until it turn into pink and click on the use tag. So right now, if you can see, the work tag has been carried into the timer home screen. So let's we try to grow our timer. So if you can see on the grow button, if you click on the grow button, this is actually a timer start button. So if you click on the grow button, so there will be a sticker or an image that will pop up onto your screen. So this is actually a sign that your timer is progressing. So as I've said earlier, we have set the timer for 1 minute, and right now it's counting down as seconds. So this is where I implement that we can turn minutes into seconds in this system. So let's wait until the minutes is done. While doing that, let's take a look at the right corner of the screen. There is a label that says $, and 0 and the digit 0. So this is actually the achievement system that I implement, or and a reward. So after I've done 1 minute timer, we can get a reward. So let's wait 3 seconds. Okay, so after the timer is done, the notifier will pop out the reward notifier, and you will say that you just got $10 because you have done 1 minute timer. And as you have heard earlier, the specific sound will be heard as a sign that you have used the timer. So another notifier will pop out which will say the time is up and you have successfully focused for 1 minute. So click on OK. So as you can see here, the earlier pink image has turned into another image, which is a sign that you have done a timer. So this is actually an adult wolf image, and as you can see on the $, at the right corner, from the digit 0 it has turned into 10. So this is why the calculation implemented in this system. So it will be a sign that you have gained a reward for your achievement. Okay, so let's go through each tab. So click on the tab button and click on text for the first one. So this is actually the text page earlier, where you can add, delete or update any of the text. So let's say if I want to add another tag, which is watching, and you can add. So I've created another tag which is called watching. So let's say if I want to delete all of the tag or 2 of the tags. So let's say if I want to delete studying and work, so delete, and I want to update watching. So click on watching button and type in watch and click on update. So the watching tag has turned into watch. So that is all for tags. So let's go into pets. So as we have said earlier, we have set a timer and a pet's name called Jack. So if the timer is done, the pet's name and its image will be transmitted into this pet's screen. So this is the available pets because you have done with 1 minute timer. Okay. So let's go to the achievement tab. So this is where the achievement, any achievement that you have done. So this is where the screen that will list out your achievements. So because we have done the 1 minute timer, you will get the novice pet lover achievement, which is an achievement that says total focus time that you have reached for 1 minute. So let's say if you have reached any minute like 30 minutes or 1 hour, you will get another achievements that I will be not trying right now because it will be very long. So I'm going to show you just this achievement. So let's go to another tab, which is timeline. So timeline screen, this screen will only show you the history that you have done with the timer. So as we have said earlier, the timer have been set for 1 minute and the tag is work. So the pet's name we have set as Jack earlier. So the in timeline screen, it will show you all the history of timer that you have done. So this is the history, the timer history that we have done earlier. And let's go to the last button, which is settings. So right here you can log out from the account and you will be brought back to the login screen. So let's say if I want to click on the logout button. So right now you can see that the screen has turned into the first screen earlier, which is the login screen. So I'm going to show you the blocks of coding that I have implemented to build this app. So as you can see here, this is MIT App Inventor. I'm going to show you the blocks. So I'm going to show you the blocks of coding for sign up screen first. I only have 3 screens for your information, and these are the blocks. I have implemented TinyDB as a database storage for this screen. So I'm going to show you just briefly. I'm not going to go through each of the coding. So this is where I store the value in the TinyDB, and the notifiers that will be pop up on your screen if you got any incorrect sign up. So let's go to another screens, which is the login screen. So this is the login screen, and these are the blocks of coding that I have implemented. So if you can see here, this is for the sign up button, where if you click on the button, it will bring you to the sign up screen. So these are the blocks of coding that I use. I also used TinyDB as a data storage in this screen, and there are also notifier. Okay. So let's go to the last screen, which is home screen. So this is where all the blocks of coding that I have implemented: slider, switch, clock, timer, and these are all the functions. So these are buttons: start, pause, reset for the stopwatch, clock stopwatch, logout, home, and these are the tabs function, where I use extension for the function, and these are the button: update, tag, and add. So I think thank you for listening to my presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.